FaceTime to break down the psychological effects of the outbreak. Dr. Mondo, good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you guys.
You as well. And listen, yeah, we know what physical effects the coronavirus has on us, but the psychological component is not really being discussed right now.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too, from just the perspective of a lot of people right now. Of course, we're caught up in reacting. What do we do? But from my perspective as a therapist, just looking at how people respond to it, I think is pretty fascinating. You've had this large discrepancy, at least initially, in reaction. Some people were, of course, buying toilet paper off the shelves and a bit of mass hysteria, and then you had people on the opposite end of the spectrum, almost in complete denial. And so part of how I make sense of that, and I think as we look at this, how we can make sense of that is there are a lot of personality traits that are coming up in terms of how we might first respond to news like this. There's agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism. These are all big personality traits that really impact how we do respond to the initial news breaking out. And I think that's why you've seen such a varied reaction. The other piece you have to point out too is the fact that we're fighting something that's unknown here, and there's so much information out there, and we live in a time now where everyone is skeptical of the information that comes out. And depending on how much you trust the government, how much you trust the media, probably determines also how you're likely to respond, at least initially.
Sure. Let's talk about how our brains react. There is that element of fear, and then also versus panic, fear versus panic.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, we talk a lot about in some of the work online, things like that. Here's your brain on fear, and here's your brain on anxiety. The frontal lobe of your brain is the rational, logical part of your mind. When we become exposed to fear and anxiety, we go into the more primitive parts of our brain. In those primitive parts, that's where we become consumed, or actually our rational mind almost goes offline. And we get consumed with fear and worry. And so a natural thing that we do in those moments is we look for things that we can grasp at and feel that will give us a sense of control. And that's why I think a lot of times too, you're seeing people using a form of retail therapy, buying whatever they can to stock up as a way of feeling a sense of control in the midst of really uncertain times.
Sure. Dr. Mondo, we have to wrap it up. There are a few other bullet points we want to be able to get to, so we'll do that in just a little bit coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. But also, if you have any questions for Dr. Mondo, you can email those in goodday@kmaxtv.com or post your question on Facebook, and we'll get those questions answered for you. We'll ask you those questions in the 8 o'clock hour. How's that sound?
That sounds good to me.
Right, perfect. Thank you, Dr. Mondo. Appreciate it. We'll make sure we link all his information to our website as well. Good day.